Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about bad habits and the cure for them. So let's get into it. So the question in question was, Frederick, I've been working for 3 years at a company that has a bit of a just get it done attitude, and now I'm worried that I'm going into a larger corporation, and I'm wondering if those bad habits are going to hold me back in a more professional environment. And the short answer is you don't have to worry all that much if you make it into a larger corporation or a company that has a higher quality standard on their software, because curing bad habits is actually very easy, given one condition. And I'm just going to tell you what that condition is. The condition is that you have a collaborative environment with coworkers that have sort of the same value system that you have. That's the easy answer. And the reason why this is the easy answer is because when it comes to curing your own bad habits, it is all but impossible for you to do that, or rather, I would say it's very hard for you to do that by yourself. You may have seen one of my old videos where I have this saying where I say that an idiot needs to be told that this person is an idiot. And although that is a very crude saying, it touches on this exact thing. Like if you have a worldview or you have a habit or something like that, you need to be made aware of that you have this habit. And it's kind of hard, if we're honest here, to figure out what your bad habits are. Everybody has them, but you may be aware of some and some you may not be so aware of. But fixing them is even harder, I would say, than identifying them. But at least you can start by identifying them. And the best way to identify your bad habits, apart from yourself noticing that you're doing something bad, of course, is to have coworkers in a collaborative environment. This is one of the key reasons why I tell junior developers or people who start out that it is more important for you to have the right job when you start out than it is to just have a job. I know that's easy to say. I know that a lot of people are struggling to get into the industry and so forth, and it is a little bit of a luxury, I will admit, to be able to make that sort of call and just say that, no, this company is better for me than this company is. Well, if somebody's offering you money and you kind of just have to grab whatever you can. If that's the case, then you should absolutely do what's right for you. But I will tell you right now that if you get the option, at least try to get into the right company. And the right company is this sort of company that this person is talking about. So if you've been working for 3 years in a company where, I'm not saying that they do necessarily subpar development, because that's not what it's about. There's always a balancing act. And this is something that I told the subscriber as well in the comments section, that if you have this idea that just because you go into a big corporation, that they're going to have a much higher quality standard than that of a mid-sized or small-sized company, you are actually probably incorrect about that. And the simple reason is that there is a balancing act between quality and getting stuff done. It's always a balancing act, because if we're just about quality, then we're not going to get anything done. If we just hack things together, then the code is going to be absolute shit. Even Google, Facebook, these large-scale super companies, the top-end tier companies that everybody wants to work for, they have shitty code as well. And trust me, I'm pretty sure that they have more shitty code than you actually realize that they have. There is no such thing as a company that just does it better than everybody else in terms of quality and standards and so forth. There are companies who are really good at it, and then there are companies that are less good at it. But everybody has legacy. Everybody has issues. So fixing your bad habits is actually that easy. You just need to be in an environment where you have a collaborative nature or office culture with your coworkers. So what you should try your best to achieve here in this new company is to make sure that the company follows just a few practices. The best practices is, number one, that you have code reviews. Code reviews is by far the easiest way for you to fix your bad habits, because that's the thing about bad habits and good versus good code and all that stuff. It's subjective. What is good code? What is bad code? Well, it comes down to what the public opinion is between you and whoever is making the call. Guys, there are people who tell me that, oh, you write really nice code, and then there are people who tell me you write really shitty code, and usually they're all on the internet at the same, and they're telling me this. It depends. Like good code, bad code, it's very hard to determine exactly what's going to go over well and what's going to go over bad with people, because people are different. But code reviews is the thing that is going to give you an insight into the sort of value system that your coworkers have. And that's the benefit of this, that you just have different opinions on your own software development, and peer reviews that's basically what it is. It's a peer review. So that's one part of it. The other part is to have this collaborative nature, because when you are working on a problem or you're trying to figure out a solution or things of this nature, it's very useful to not only get reviews on the results of what you're producing, which is usually what you do in the code review, but also to have just a bit of feedback on your thought process, like your personal development process. So what I like to do in order to kind of correct that sort of thing and to have a little bit of a reality check for myself and just see if my personal process is good enough or if I can improve it, is to invite my coworker for a pair coding session. It doesn't have to be a long session. It can be 20 minutes, maybe something like that. It can be a very short thing depending on the problem that I'm solving. And ask them for feedback on, just explain to them, okay, so I'm doing this, and I kind of sit here and they're sitting next to me, and I type and I say, okay, I'm thinking this and that and so forth, and I'm thinking we should do that and not that because of this reason, and etc., etc. And I kind of just verbally map out my own thought process about the problem that I'm solving. And then I just see what happens and just see like, and I do this with a few of my teammates on a fairly regular basis, and it helps a lot to not only get feedback on my own bad habits and refine my own process, but also to get to know people, to get a different perspective on how things kind of, how they can be solved. So what I want you to take away from this is that if you're worried that you have bad habits, that you were damaged at a previous company or something like that, or that you don't have a good eye for quality, don't worry so much about that, because if you get into a company where you work as part of a team and you have a collaborative environment and you do code reviews and a little bit of pair programming, these sorts of things, most of those bad habits are going to go away very quickly, as long as you're open to changing and hearing people out and having different perspectives on your own craft. Don't get personal about it, because it's not about, like, embrace things. Embrace constructive criticism, if that makes sense. Don't get personal. Then these habits will take care of themselves. The worst thing that you can do is to work in isolation, because working as an isolated developer is the most surefire way for you to cripple your own learning and personal development. And there are developers who work in such isolation that they develop like career-long, like they cripple their entire personal development to the point where some of them actually become really hard to work with, the old bitter seniors that nobody likes. Be careful about that thing. Just try to embrace pair programming, code reviews, and like all this stuff, this collaborative environment, and most of your bad habits will take care of themselves. Have a great day.